and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and in this video we are going to have an early access tour of Waseca County, Minnesota. This is a map by Trucker Matzy. Huge thank you to him for sending this over for me to have an early first look. He actually sent this over to me about a week ago, and with the craziness of the past week, I haven't been able to get to look at it. And I think I've been missing out. This at the moment, well, so far, from what I've seen of this map, it is impressive. There's lots of lovely detail in here. I think it should be really nice. Everything I've looked at, everything I've seen so far has impressed me with this. So I'm looking forward to having a drive around this. We do get a truck as part of our equipment here. Really nice. Classic one in black and red, so we're gonna have a drive around of that in a minute. First I want to look at the map and the productions and see what this map holds. So looking at the PDA, we've got not a huge number of farmlands on this. Looking at around I see 28, 36 seems to be the highest. I think we might have, yeah, by the looks of it, we've got about 36 lands on here. So not the highest number we've had, and you can see why. There's a lot of very big fields on this. And so this is an American map with some very nice big fields. In fact, I think this would probably be looking at it, a nice map to get the next set out on and have a go with. We've got, several fairly big fields. Our smallest farmland that I found on here is farmland 3, which you start with. That, though, is a whopping 159,384. So the land on this map is not cheap. I don't think from that it's going to make a particularly great start from scratch. However, given the size of these fields, and we'll go and have a look at the contracts in a minute, it might make a good start from zero. I think you could earn a lot of money from these contracts potentially, and build a farm up in this area here, in the start area, probably fairly nicely. Most expensive land I've found on here is 2.1 million. So you're going to spend a lot of money on land to expand your farm on here. But I really love the shape of the fields. We've got very few absolutely rectangular or square-edged fields. I think 27 and 24 and 29 are the only real ones on here. Otherwise, everything's got a little bit of a kink to it, or a little bit of a curved edge, or has an angle on it. So yeah, only 3 of these fields actually are perfect rectangles, which is great to see. And even those have rounded corners at the edges. So yeah, really nicely done fields on here. If we have a look at our productions on here, fully featured map of productions, and you might have actually seen it on the map. We've got a town up in the top corner here with, you just see a whole host of production facilities in here. So absolutely love that. Fully featured map of productions. Brilliant. I'm looking forward to seeing that town, because that is going to add a lot of character to this map in that corner of the map. Don't start with any. So there isn't that. And can I see a BGA in here? That would be somewhere near the top. So BGA isn't listed on here. So BGA might be one of those things you have to buy to use. Because, yeah, not listed on there. And then contract-wise, we're looking at some fairly hefty amounts for the contracts. Yeah, look at that. 28,000 to harvest field 2. So plenty of opportunity to earn cash on here and start a farm without much money. You know what? Start from scratch. I think you could do fairly well. You could, I'd probably start with a bit more money than you normally would on a start from scratch on this map. But you know what? The new settings that you can start with on here, I changed my mind. I think you could start from scratch on here with a little bit of extra money and use your contracts to bump things up, and it worked pretty well. So yeah, that is an impressive looking PDA, an impressive number of productions. Basically, this map has everything I'm looking for at the moment at this point in a map tour. Very, very pleased with that. Liking the starting area as well. We've got a cow barn in here. Very simple farm area to start with. Feels very rural American, which is fantastic. Loving that a lot. And yeah, this is our small field. This is our 159,000 field. I think that includes the farmyard. It must do, because that is a tiny field. Very interesting shape to the roads on here, all cambered, which is very cool. You don't often see that in maps where you actually have properly cambered roads, so that's very nice. I think we're gonna head, so this is a very linear map in its shape. Oh no, it isn't. Yeah, we want to head this way, and we'll head down and see what we've got along the eastern edge of the map here. There's also something to the south of us here that I think is worth checking out. We may have a larger farmyard along here. I love the shape of these roads. This is a very interesting way to do the roads on here, and I quite like that. I think we might have a large farmyard at the bottom here, because it's got no indicators for any sale points or anything like that. And yeah, look at that. That is a much bigger farmyard that we have here. It's got a cow post box at the end. We've got a much bigger cow shed, a much bigger house. We've got barns. We've got a very nicely integrated shed into there. This is a wonderful attention to detail. So this has been put into here, and of course not been able to flush right up to the edge. So we've got these over the top, and I like that. I like that a lot. That's a lovely little bit of detail. Oh wow. And these sheds, I think well, they are custom to this map, and we can't open them because we don't own this farm. But yeah, so if you're after a bigger starting farm down the bottom here, there is one for you to get into. Lots of big sheds and everything. Looks like a sheep area down here, or is that chickens? No, I think that's sheep in there. Yeah, that's cool. That is a very, very nice extra farm area. So if you're after something a little bit bigger, if the starting yard that we're at doesn't have enough, there is a second yard up or down the bottom here, down at Farmland 25, which I would guess is going to cost you a pretty penny to purchase. Also, you purchase the animals and the sheds and everything with that yard. Fantastic. Absolutely spot on. I love to see that. So really well done, this map. And it feels so nice just driving around this. If you're after something that gives that big American farming feel, this is right up there for me. This is one of the nicest American maps I think I've seen in Farm Sim. Really is absolutely fantastic. And this is also another area on the map that's not marked with any buildings or anything. So is that chickens? I think. Oh wow, there's so much that's not on the PDA because you need to purchase it to do it. And yeah, this looks like chicken sheds to me, I think. Can't hear any, but I wouldn't expect to. Nicely in the bottom here. Oh, and in fact, it leads up to an area up here, which again, nothing marked on the map. So we've got another farmyard up here. So that's 3 farmyards so far. All pretty nice, nice and open, different aspects and different features to each of them. Very cool. Yeah, this is awesome. So you could do multiple farm setup here, or you have your choice of starting places. Everything is given its own nice area. They're well designed. They work well for the kind of equipment that you're going to want to use on this map, because you're going to want the big stuff. Without the big stuff, it's going to be quite difficult I think, to do many of these fields. I'm going to overtake the traffic that is stopping way too long at that stop sign. And we'll head over here to what appears to be our first sale area. So we will be cutting back on that area that we've just been to. So we've got the edge of the map over there. That is looking pretty nice. It's not massively integrated, and we do have a tree line going across the map at the edges, which is a classic way of doing things. I do like the addition of the hedge. The hedge does help to obscure the land out the other way and the edge of the map, so that's quite nice. It's a good way that the edge of this map is done. We've got a lime purchasing station there. I think that is the animal. Yeah, that's the animal market in there. We've then got what looks like a big grain silo over here. We've got some of our trucks sitting over here as well. So yeah, we've got a grain sell point here, I think. I don't think this is a grain mill. Is that a grain mill or is that a grain sell point? That's a little hard to tell with this. Definitely has a point inside of it. Let's just see if we can get in here and have a look. Is that a door? That's not a door. We do have doors up here though, which is where this should be. Whether we have, so we have a tipping point here. This is really lovely. Is this base game or is this? Because this is a really nice. Yeah, this is really nice. It is just a sell point, but there's a lot of detail in here for a sell point. That is quite detailed. I like that. That is fantastic. Yes, a lot of detail in there for a sell point. Really like that. And then we'll head over here. And this looks like this could be BGA. That's pig feed over there. Don't know what this is actually. This look. No, this is a production. We do have a production over here because we got a spanner over this way. So this is a pig feed mill. So custom productions in this, not just standard productions, but custom productions. Absolutely fantastic. Loving that. So yeah, 2 pig feed mills here, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Wow. This map is blowing me away at the moment. This is what, as I said earlier, this is one of the nicest American maps I've seen for Farm Sim. Really is. I think if you're into your big machinery, if you want to have a crack with some bigger stuff, you can. We've got another farmyard here. Nice little farmyard. So this is our 4th yard on this map. So plenty of scope for multiplayer, as long as you don't mind not farming too many fields on your multiplayer farm. Yeah, there's a few nice little yards, and if you're doing single player or single farm multiplayer, there's quite a bit to choose from on here for where you want to start your farm, with quite a few options. So that is really cool. I like that a lot. As a way to have a go with some of the bigger machinery in Farm Sim, this strikes me as a really great map. I think you're gonna need a lot of money though to get it going. We've got quite a wide area between this road and the actual fields. Interestingly, I'm not 100% sure about that. It's not perfectly flat, so it is kind of a shallow ditch sort of separating them. But it's, oh yeah, oh here we go. We've got a forestry area here, so let's have a look in here. Nice little bit of grass at the edge where the sun will get in, and then we've got quite a bit of underbrush here. I think a little bit more variation in it would be nice. It's one of the things I pulled up on the forestry map that we had earlier, but I think this is actually better than that. we do have quite a bit of plants and things under here. Good variation in the trees in here. I will give that. But yeah, I think I'd like to see a few more small bushes, like in this area here, where you've got a lot of light coming through. It'd be good to have a, you know, a couple of larger bushes and things growing through on the ground. But otherwise, yeah, I quite like this. This is a nice way to do the forestry area. Just that little bit of extra touch, I think, would just finish it off. But that, in this case, I think here is a minor point. This map's focus is not the forestry, and I do look at the forests for that level of detail on the map. And it's not that it's just been left as grass underneath, which is when it's really, I really don't like it. That has actually had some thought to what would the forestry floor look like here, and it works. It does work. Just a little bit of extra touch would be all I'd be looking for to just take it up that little extra notch. We have our 5th farm over here, right at the top end of the map, and we are showing a little bit of the limitations of the edge of the map here. It does sort of drop off. A little bit more integration would have been nice, but yeah, again, minor thing. So many maps do way worse edges than this. And we've got another house and farmyard, and it's looking really nice. I love the lake in the middle of this. Not many maps have large bodies of water like that. Yeah, that is very cool. That little yard there, really nice yard. I'm not going to zoom out too much because we'll end up looking too much at the edge of the map here. And we'll come up the back edge here then and head towards the town itself. And up here, oh, we've got I see a little bit of a hiccup with with one of the traffic splines there. We'll see if the truck does it here when it turns. No, it's not going to turn. Not going to turn now, is it? We're not going to get a car showing that. Well, that's... No, none of the cars are going to turn there. But yeah, we had a little bit of a bump there. Otherwise, yeah, we have a lot of productions. Big industrial area here. We've got several base game items. As I've said many times, though, just having the productions in are good. If they have custom productions, even better. But using the base game productions, I never have an issue with, because you're adding playability into the map, and I will always take playability. So yeah, we've got so many productions in this area. Way too many for me to go through all of them. But nice sort of town area where you can come and use all the productions. Really liking this. This is just absolutely cracking. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant to see all of this got into this map and done in an area around the edge to give it a little bit more character, which is utterly fantastic. Now I'm wondering if I've got a road or anything that I can just scoot down. I think we're gonna have to go to the edge of the field. Oh, wow, that is not going to the edge of the field. That is quite a drop off there. Oh, and is this the... We have a map-based... Yeah, our shop. Yes, fantastic. First mod map I've come across that hasn't been created by Giants that has a forklift at the shop. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. More of this, please. Completely and utterly. Oh, that has impressed me a lot. So many... It's such a small thing, but it just adds so much help to a player, to somebody going. The shop has a means to load up things that you buy from it. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant, and you know, it makes sense, and I love that. So yes, brilliant, love it, awesome. More of that, more of that in general, please. Right, we are going to scoot down the side of one of these fields here. Otherwise, we're going to have to do a lot of backtracking. And we'll just have a look and drive around the edges of the fields. And scoot between here. Yeah. So this doesn't have a circular road, as far as I can tell. We're just scooting down the edge of this field here to try and come in at the back of the main farm. If we can find a road down here, then that would be even better. But I don't know if there is one. I don't know if there's a... But there is. There's a road there. I don't know where this will lead us, so we'll head down here. It would be nice, I think, to have a road that comes from the town to sort of onto one of these dirt tracks, just so that you've got multiple ways of getting there around the map without having to go all the way around. We've got some nice fencing around here. It's a really well crafted map, this. It really is. There is so much to like about it that I think people will enjoy playing this. We've got another. This is another farmyard. Oh wow! In the middle of a little woodland cutting. Yeah. So I think that's 6 farms in total on this map. There could be more based on the fact that we haven't had a look around that much. In fact, I think I've spotted a possible 6th farmyard. So we'll just go and investigate that quickly. Possibly a 7th, actually. There's a space on the road over there that could be a farmyard as well. But yeah, packed full of places for you to start your farming empire on here. Yeah, we do. We have another farmyard down the bottom here. So any of these yards that take your fancy, there is a yard for you. That is a sheep pen there. So we've got those 2 big pig factories. I haven't noticed if any of the farmyards actually have the ability for pigs. I mean, there's space, plenty of space to put your own pig pen in. But it's interesting on a map that has some big buildings for creating pig food. I'm not currently seen anywhere to actually do pigs. Is this a 2nd farmyard here? Yeah, there's another farmyard here. So that is number 7. And that has built into it a sawmill, a little sawmill. That's very cool. I like that. I like that a lot as well. So this is sort of a sawmill farmyard. Very, very nice. And then we've got this yard in here as well. Good set of sheds, nice little yard. No animals in this one. Zoom out a bit so you guys can see what's going on. Yeah, so another good little yard. And I know one of the things that people are going to say about this, I've been touching my mouse too much. We've probably been moving the camera around a little bit too much on this tour. But it tends to happen when I get excited about a map. This map I like. This map comes with a very hearty recommendation from me. I think this will just be lovely to play, and I think this is probably my favorite yard. It is very well crafted. There's a huge amount of character to it, and yeah, it is the start yard. But any of the other yards would work well as well. So yeah, this is very, very cool. Oh wow, this map has impressed me. Has impressed me a lot. It is I think the title of this is going to be a very impressive American map, because that's pretty much everything about it. Is this got a door that you can open? Oh, it does. Is this a base game house? I don't know if this is. We might have a look at the building menu actually quickly, just see if this is part of the map or not. But I like this house. I like this house a lot. This is a great little house, although I would hit my head on that light bulb or that light fixture all the time. In fact, most of these live fixtures. But yeah, no, I like that. That is impressive. Very, very impressive. So let's have a look at the vehicles we start with. And in our vehicles list, it's quite a long list. We got in Agromass POV5 XL plow, a Conveyal 1690, a Great Plains solid stand, 1500 Cedar, an International Series 200 truck, a John Deere 3650 tractor, a John Deere 980 cultivator, a Krone Swadro TS 970 windrower, Kunare 142 mixing wagon, Massey Ferguson MF 1840 small baler, Massey Ferguson MF 7S210 tractor, a Massey Ferguson MF 8517 combine and header, a Rudolph TDK 301 RP trailer, and a Vermeer TM 1410 mower. I think that's a really good setup. I think if I was coming in here with this, the combine would probably be the first thing to go for me, simply because field 1 is huge, and if I tried to cut that field with that combine, I think I'd be in trouble. So I would probably on a field 19. What is field 1? 1 is the lake. You can own the lake. But yes, field 1, that is not a small. Field 19, that's not a small field. I think I would probably sell the combine and lease something bigger to get that harvest done. Otherwise, it's going to kind of take forever. But this is a very impressive map. It's a very, very impressive map. Absolutely fantastic work from Trucker Matzy. I would once again like to thank him for sending this over for a first look. It has been an absolute pleasure to look around this map, and I am hugely impressed by it. It is brilliant. And when it gets released on the mod tab, please go check it out. Please go rate it 5 stars, because I've noticed some good maps are not getting the ratings they deserve on their release, and this absolutely to me is a 5-star map. So please, when it gets released, go rate it. I believe it's coming out for all platforms, so PC, Mac, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series S and X. Go download it. It is awesome, and I don't think you'll regret it. And that is where we're going to leave this. Just put your comments down below on what you think of this map, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Huge thank you as well to all of my patrons and channel members. These videos are only made possible thanks to your support. If you want more from Virtual Farmer, please check out the videos on screen now, or subscribe for more. And I will see you next time.